5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 0. Connected to node 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 2.
Good evening. This is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society, Net on the '08 machine. I'm Dave, KD7ZYM. The Western Washington Amateur Television Society is a group of amateur radio enthusiasts that take to the airways with digital amateur television in the DVB-T format. We transmit on 70 centimeters to a crossband repeater on Cougar Mountain and spits out images at 1.2 gigahertz. To find out more about our group, please Google WW7ATS. That's Google WW7ATS. That will take you to our homepage on the internet. There you'll see the exact frequencies we transmit and receive on, a little bit of history of the group, and also you'll find a link that will take you to YouTube, where we stream our nets held Wednesdays and Saturdays between 8 and 9 o'clock. Also, we simulcast our audio with our sister 2-meter station, WW7ATS, with a frequency of 147.08 and a tone of 103.5. So with that, I'll pause. This is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society Net. I'm Dave, KD7ZYM. In case anybody has emergency traffic or needs to make a contact before our net gets fully underway. Well, welcome back. This is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society Net. I'm Dave, KD7ZYM. Signed in by video link already is Lee, N7KC, Richard, K7ITX, Jim, N7QO, James, WU7N, Carlos, 87NP, and myself, Dave, KD7ZYM. Is there anybody else wishing to check in? Hearing none, let's go to Lee, N7KC in Port Angeles.
Testing. Hang on, I don't have. Okay, there's my call. Okay, all right. Well, good evening. This is N7KC in Port Angeles. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm getting feedback on. I'm getting feedback over here on this other machine. Okay. I think that went our way. All right. Well, anyway, good evening. Good evening. All right. I see Carlos, I see Richard, and Dave. I know who else is here. The issue right now is that I have the volume turned off on Samsung tablet, which I have Discord on. And by golly, there's sauce coming through it anyway. And I got the volume turned all the way down. Anyway, okay, all right, Carlos, I'm using your Android app on my Samsung Tab A, and I'm using your Windows app on my HP laptop. This is Carlos night. My gosh. Anyway, it's very nice. We're good. And lovely day here. We had a yard service come today, and four of them spent the whole day cleaning up the place here. I'm at the point in my life where I can't do that anymore. And so it was an expensive day, but it looks pretty good. We have a little moss on the roof. He's going to come back in a couple of weeks when he mows the yard and start on the moss and that sort of thing. So we'll just surely get this place whipped into shape here.
N7KC, audio difficulties. I think is a problem with their baud rate, but I'm going to prefer bringing in Carlos right now, 87NP, with a suggestion for you, what he has.
Oops. Hope I have audio and video. Good evening, everyone. 87NP here. Oh my gosh, there's audio everywhere. Lee, you have a very good video, and everything is working on the video side. But I believe it's not because of your bandwidth, but some other problem on the mixing of the camera and the audio. That if you could please go to the settings, you probably are on the highest setting, which is high, 2.5 kilobits. And the audio mixing of the audio frames with the video frames, it's not on the correct frame rate, and so your audio frames don't come synchronized. It's like they are spaced. So if you could please change it to medium on the settings to 720p. I pasted a screenshot, and I think this is only an issue on the Windows app. It doesn't happen on the other ones, so I should double check. It's definitely not something with your system. That's something on the app that sometimes gets into that mode in the highest rate, but I don't think it happens on the lowest ones. I've also noticed that is an issue with some cameras, like external cameras, that don't provide 30 frames per second. I don't know if you're using the integrated camera of the laptop or an external camera. Um, the camera that I have on Discord also has that problem when I use it on the app, but my Logitech does not have that problem. So some sort of combination, but I think the problem only happens at 1080. So I was able to decode, but it's kind of, I have to be assembling the audio frames in the brain because it doesn't come straight. Anyway, so sending it back to Dave, and I'll give my update later. This is 87 NP in Clyde Hill.
NP, thanks for bringing that information back to Lee. Well, we'll go on with the net. Let's go to Richard, K7ITX in Kent.
Okay, yeah, Richard here in Kent, K7ITX. Beautiful, beautiful day. I'm watching a lavender, purplish Mount Rainier sunset right now out my window in the ham shack. I don't see my picture. I see my audio over the system, but I don't know why my picture isn't. Let me reboot. It doesn't take that long, and we'll see how I can bring on my picture. Okay, well, I did a reboot, and now I see my picture, so I guess it did something. It looks like a still shot, though, but maybe it'll come back to life. I'm not sure why it isn't working right now. Anyway, like I said, just couldn't ask for a more picture-perfect day. We just put in new grass seed in the front and the back, and so that requires a lot of watering, especially when it's this warm out. So I did that. The YL spread some rocks around the border of the grass and things of that nature. So yeah, God, I don't know why my picture isn't working tonight. I just thought I was doing fine, and now it isn't. Well, I'll play around with it, and maybe I'll be able to bring myself back up on the next round. This is K7ITX, back to net control.
K7ITX, thanks with that. Let's pick up Jim in Covington on 2 meters. N7QO.
QO.
N7QO. Dave, I see Wade checking in. Good evening, Wade. So Thank you, Dave. Good evening, everyone. Well, yeah, Lee, excellent picture, but rather severe motorboating on your audio, at least on both 2 meters and on the television repeater. Much of what you said was unintelligible to me. I did catch, unfortunately, that you were saying something about having to spend a whole lot of money on yard work. Yeah, I'm kind of in that predicament now myself. I have several trees, ornamental trees that need pruning, and I don't know. I'm really, I should not be climbing a ladder and doing that myself. But besides that, I don't have a tool to do that, and I'm not going to buy one, so I'm going to have to hire out some of my yard work as well. But yeah, beautiful day for doing yard work or anything outside. And let's see, Dick, beautiful picture on you. Excellent audio. Yeah, it was a still picture, but it's good to see you, and you're looking well. Carlos, I had excellent, outstanding video. I had excellent audio from you on 2 meters. However, your audio was very low on the television repeater compared to Dave and compared to Lee and compared to Dick. But it was fine on 2 meters. I guess back to you, Dave, and 7QO.
N7QO, thanks for that. I wasn't aware that Wade has signed in. W7ITL in Tacoma. Wade, the mic is yours.
All right. Well, I had a pretty eventful day. Went to the VCF Northwest festival. It's over in Tukwila. It's the first one they've had in a couple of years since COVID. So this is an Apple Lisa, if anybody knows what that is. That's one of the first. It's a pre-Mac. It's the Mac before the Mac. It was very expensive, but it's very collectible. And right next to it, let's see if I can pull it up, is the Xerox Daybreak, which is kind of what the Apple tried to copy to make their operating system. There's actually an earlier one, I forget the name of the machine, but also Xerox made it. But this is a fully graphical computer from 1985, I think, maybe 84, but very good for the time. And that's I think that's a very high resolution monitor, probably 1080, or not 1080, but something like 1024 by 768 or something. It's pretty high for any graphics in that era. Let's see if I can show some other pictures, because I think I'm going to actually say 73 after this round. I've been up since 6 a.m. and I got a long day ahead of myself tomorrow. So I'll just show a little slideshow of all the computers that I captured. This is a home. No, I don't know if we would call it home built, but it's a custom computer based on the same CPU as the Nintendo and the Apple II. I forget the name of the CPU. I'm really tired, but it's Carlos will let you know in the next round. He's a follower of old technology as well. This is another one. This is a PC. I think it's a 386 or 486. I think it is a 486 if you look closely. It's custom built. And that's Adrian from Adrian's Digital Basement. He's a YouTuber, very popular in the retro community. He was there this afternoon, and he has the. Let's see if I can find it. If I can find a picture of it. Can't find it. Let's see if I can find a picture of it. You playing it. I guess I don't have a picture of me playing the games on it. They had a very cool. It's an early ARM computer. See if I can zoom in here. I don't know if I can. It's a European computer. It's ARM-based. It might be an Acorn or something like that. But it's one of the first, and it has graphics that are just unbelievable for the time. I think it's 1984 or 1985. This might be an upgraded one that's a little overclocked. So it's a little faster than the normal one from that generation. But that's what I did this afternoon, and I'll turn it back to Net Control Dave. This is W7ITL.
W7ITL, thanks for sharing those pictures with us. That was kind of interesting. Won't say more than kinda, it was very interesting. Let's see if we can pick up James, WU7N in Northeast Bellevue.
Don't seem to be coming through. Let me keep trying here.
And one more try for WU7N in Northeast Bellevue.
U7N in Northeast Bellevue, waiting for my 2-meter audio. Okay, this time it worked. I had to cycle I'm on an Apple iPhone application right now. It does seem that I'm coming through. Let's see if we've got decent audio. It does seem to be functioning. Okay. I had to cycle the push-to-talk button a few times. First off, thank you, Carlos, for all the work you're putting into the system. It seems like we're making some progress here. And Wade, thank you very much for those photographs. A little bit of history there. And Lee, I hope you got the word to make the settings adjustment there. I could not understand you. Hats off to Jim. He's got a very good ear if he could decipher that. Let's see. Today I had a great family meeting on Zoom with several family members, and then I had a wonderful drive over to Seattle. Great weather. Couldn't ask for more. So that pretty much occupied my day. And so came back, did some exercise, and continuing to do some exercise here with I don't know if Right now, that's what I'm doing during the net here. It's a gizmo there that exercises your lungs. I'm doing that after my mile walk up and down the hills, and that should leave me pretty exhausted and get a night day.
WU7N, Dave. I don't know how much of that you got, but it's back to you.
WU7N, good picture, and your audio was terrific this time around. So whatever you did, it got it corrected. Well, let's go to Carlos, 87 NP in Clyde Hill.
All right. Let me see if I get a better audio. Jim, I've raised the audio for the TV repeater. Hopefully it will make it better. I'm not sure. So a couple of things. Richard, I was sending you a note also that I did watch your video before the net started, and it was working fine. I think at that time you didn't have Discord running at the same time, and even though your camera is off on Discord, I think probably the Discord app is picking up the camera, and so it does not allow it to get the motion pin that was using before. So you might so typically what I do is kind of having two cameras if I'm using Discord and streaming on the same PC in order to make that work. Lee, I got your messages. We will have to check again depending on the combination of cameras. So I hear you. You have an internal and external camera, so we can try with one or the other. It's definitely a mixing of frame rate and audio. I'll probably change the software to provide a warning that if I don't see the correct frame rates, we shouldn't attempt. It seems like it requires a minimum of at least 30 FPS. I think OBS does a better job at that, and on the app, it seems like the 30 frames is required. On the Android and the iPhone, I don't think I have not seen that problem before. James, I also noticed that when the camera changes between the front facing and the backward facing, there's an audio glitch when there's a change camera during the transmission. So I'll figure that one out at some point. Today and tomorrow from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. There's a microwave sprint going on ham radio. So it's for contacts 902 megahertz and above. And so this morning I was able to make a series of contacts with operators around here on 902, 1296, and I made my first contacts on 2.4 gigahertz. Made a contact with a neighbor of yours, Dave, over there, W7RNB, and then just closer in Kirkland, W7GLF, also on 2.4 gigs. So that's pretty good. Hopefully, as the weather gets better, we'll have more hams coming out with their 5.7 and 10 gigahertz. And so I'll try again tomorrow. Wade, my apologies, I wasn't able to get there today. Couple of on multiple phones. Something happened to my video. A couple of topics showed up from work, so I couldn't make it. I still wanted to stop by, and I recognize Adrian. I follow his YouTube channel, and I saw that he had the Plexus computer there, which he has spent now more than a year repairing. This has been quite interesting. That's definitely a set of computers of my generation, and it did a really good job on bringing it back to life with some new components, and was very lucky that this was a computer that was used at the company that built the computer, and so it had a lot of schematics of the computer itself in the original hard drive. So it's a great story. I really enjoyed that series, and I definitely follow him, and I have bought some additional equipment that he has recommended. Lee, I don't think you were here last time that I showed this this part. I don't know if you're familiar. This is this service that exists in the US. It's called Send Cut Send, and basically this is a kind of a H bracket that I'm going to use to attach to my solar cooker dish, and to attach it to the rotator. And it's basically a 5 mm height. It's about 60 centimeters from side to side, and that's going to be the back support for the dish. And for these larger parts, I mean, my CNC wouldn't be able to handle it, and there would be a lot of waste on this. And this company does a really good job. I submitted the designs on a Sunday and got them back on Tuesday. They are here in the US, and they do milling and just the cutting, and do bending also. So it's a very, very nice website in case you are not familiar. It's Send Cut Send, and you send up the drawings and either the step or just any 3D object, and they are able to send it back to you. So very good. That was it for now. So sending it back to Dave, Net Control. This is AD7NP in Clyde Hill.
AD7NP, thanks for all the things you've been doing with software in regards to Western Washington Amateur Television Society. And this is Dave, KD7ZYM, and this is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society Net on the 08 machine. Well, for me today, it's being so nice. I got into my basement. I got out about 4 Apple boxes of stuff from the basement, so that has been recycled, so I feel good about that. Got a little more space in the basement. And we were talking about computers. My first interest in computers was with a K-Pro 2, and it had CP/M as the working program for that computer, and that was like in 1981. And so I had a chance to use that for a couple of years before I moved over to Microsoft's program on an IBM. So that's about what's happening here. This is Dave in Lake City, and I'm going to move it back up to Lee and see if everything is kind of correct with the audio. Lee, what say you?
Okay, I have a call sign. All right, I've got I got my video there. I got call sign and all. Okay, it's Lee again, N7KC in Port Angeles. What I'm going to do is to just talk here. I'm on an external camera. It's a good Yeah, it's a Microsoft Live Cam, and it's a 1080 camera. But the Windows app is set on medium. And Carlos, if you can understand this, let me just send it back and let's see if you can hear me.
N7KC, your audio and video came across very, very good. The correction you made was very successful. So I'm sending the net back to you. N7KC. N7KC, we lost your video and audio. You might try rebooting again. This is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society Net. I'm Dave, KD7ZYM.
Okay. All right, very good. I'm back. Let me see what the latency is here. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006. About 6 or 7 seconds, something like that. Okay. All right. Well, I gather that you can understand me and so forth. But anyway, yeah, I guess I needed a little coaching on the push to talk thing. Apparently, you have to leave the mouse pointer on it. When I move off, it would change colors. And Carlos, one other thing. I started out with an external camera, and then when I went to settings and came back, it switched me back to the camera in the HP laptop. So I found out if I select the external camera, go to settings, and when I come back, it's no longer on the external camera, but rather it's on the internal camera. So frankly, I wasn't sure when you asked me what camera I was on. I thought I was on the external, but I was not. But I am now. Okay, very good. Well, I think that's probably it for me tonight. Dave, if you hear me okay, just let me know when you come back, and I'll slip out of here and go visit my Frau for the rest of the evening. So this is N7KC, Lee in Port Angeles. Thank you, Carlos, and nice to see the group. Back to you, Dave. Go ahead.
N7KC, success both ways, audio and video, very well received. Let's pick up Richard, K7ITX in Kent.
Okay, well, let's see if we can bring up my video. I know my audio is probably getting over. disconnected from Discord, but no picture. I just don't understand. No, not quite. Let me press the button a couple. The push to talk button, like, might be giving me issues. I'm not sure. Anyway, I might as well just give a report. So the big news for me was I had surgery on my right hand yesterday. It was just a 15-minute surgery, but it was something that they put me completely to sleep. My pinky finger was locking up on me, and kind of like it only would operate on a spring-loaded basis, and that was getting rather irritating, to say the least. So I've went to the same orthopedic surgeon that I've been to in the past for carpal tunnel syndrome in my right and left arms. And it was funny, he comes in and he wanted to know how those other surgeries turned out, and he says, well, I guess I don't even have to ask you. You wouldn't be back here again for my finger if I hadn't done a good job before. Okay, finally get a picture. Well, so success for Lee. Yeah, like Dave said, beautiful picture, beautiful audio. Just a little bit of a shadow of Mount Rainier now, but I guess we're looking for a really hot day here in Kent tomorrow. Sheesh. 80 degrees. For this early in the year, that's something else. But I'm like the rest of you guys. I'm not doing much yard work. All the heavy lifting I had to pay for. So I'm just resigned to doing the watering. I don't have a watering system other than just the garden hose and sprinklers. I didn't have the guts or the money to put in the automatic sprinklers like a lot of the neighbors have. But that's okay. I need to get out and move around, and playing around with the hose is probably not a bad idea for me. So anyway, my finger's doing really good. Oh yeah, since I got the camera, I might as well show you the dressing I have on my hand. And I might even be able to show you my pinky finger. Let's see here. Yeah, okay, that's a demonstration. Before, my pinky, if it couldn't come down in uniformity with the other fingers, and then when I would go up, it would be stuck right like that, and then bing, it would snap up. Well, he fixed that. He does an incision just below the fingers, and cuts a tendon, from what I understand, and because that's what's happening, is tendons were hanging up on each other. So, okay, well, the wonder of amateur television on Watts tonight with successful surgery. K7ITX, back to net control.
K7ITX, thanks for that. I think the definition for your video and audio is, it was a beautiful thing. And thanks for giving us the finger anyway during that presentation. Let's see if Jim in Covington, N7QO, is still with us.
N7QO. Thank you, Dave. Well, Wade, since 6 a.m., my goodness, if I got up that early, I would have had to take a nap. Well, I didn't get up that early, but you know what? I still needed to take a nap today. So I feel for you. Sounds like tomorrow's going to be a busy day. So, yeah, get some rest. Thank you for the pictures. That was great. Yeah, some of those old machines, wow. Jim, sounds like you had a busy day as well. I'd say you deserve a break. Excellent picture and audio this last go-around. Carlos, your audio is the same as before. Excellent on 2 meters. I heard you on the television repeater, but I need to turn my volume way up in order to hear you on the 2 meter on the television repeater. And let's see, microwave contest maybe. 902, 1296, and 2.4. Yeah, that sounds like fun. Sounds like you tried 5 and 10 gigahertz, but no luck. Every now and then, what's the name of the? Let's see, Pacific Northwest VHF Society. Every now and then they'll have an event where they do like mountain topping or something, and if you can figure out. I don't know, I'm a member of the club, but they don't send me emails anymore. I don't know, haven't been active with them. But might have more luck if there were some fellows on mountaintops or something. So look, just a tip for something to look out for, look into. And the mounting bracket for the dish, that looks good. I am impressed that they got the thing back to you that quickly. That is truly amazing service. You don't get service like that in many places anymore. Dave, 4 more crates from the basement. That's great. K-Pro computer. I don't remember where or when. Well, it was sometime when I was in Texas. I had something to do with the K-Pro. I don't remember what it was. I recognized the machine if I saw it. If I remember correctly, it had like a front panel that was removable. It was set up so that you could move it from one location to another, built-in display, and seems like it had 1 or 2 floppies as well. Lee, yeah, excellent video and audio on both 2 meters and the television repeater now. That was a good fix, and thanks, Carlos, for mentioning that tip. Dick, pinky finger, wow. I think the surgeon did a good job on that. Thanks for showing us the picture. That looks like a lot of bandage for such a little finger, but that's okay. It looks like it's working fine anyway. So don't overdo it. Let it recover for a little bit. And 80 degrees tomorrow. Yeah, I wonder what it is in Phoenix. Glad you're not in Phoenix. Back to you, Dave, and 7QO.
87QO, thanks with that. Let's pick up James, WU7N in Northeast Bellevue.
I kind of jumped the gun, maybe. WU7N? Okay. Looks like we've got audio coming over on 2 meters, and I now see my own picture on the PC. I'm once again using the superb software engineering on the iPhone XR, and it all seems to be functioning. Fantastic. This is amazing. Well, let's see. Again, thank you for the pictures, Wade. If I didn't say that before, that's a piece of history there. And my first computer that I really owned myself, not counting all the computers I got very generous exposure to at Texas Instruments and also a research institute associated with the University of Texas. But the first one I actually bought was a Timex Sinclair, and it was basic only. I don't think you could easily do anything else with it other than a very basic keyboard off of a peg and took the keyboard apart and found that every single button on the keyboard was its own single point single throw switch, which is the first design, I guess, of those kinds of keyboards, but not at all common what you would find now. You would now find a scanning matrix configuration and design. So I wires to every single button on the keyboard to the Sinclair, which also was a single point single throw switch on the membrane keyboard, and it worked really well. Once I got it all working, though, I couldn't really. I just at that time I was more in RF and telecommunications. And I remember taking it to Jerry and showing it to him, and he goes, "Yeah. But what can you do with it?" Watershed moment for me. I ended up actually transferring out of that particular office and to another place where, in the land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king. I could spell the word sword, which I keep in the 1980s. Anyway. This is James WU7N. I see we have about 7 minutes left. So let me turn it back to Dave, our net control for the Western Washington Amateur Television Society. We do meet Wednesday 8 p.m. and Saturday 8 p.m. That's Pacific Time USA. And we welcome visitors just to check.
AD7NP, thanks with that. Let's go to AD7NP, Clyde Hill. That was James WU7N. So now to Clyde Hill.
Oh, I have to insert the coin for the camera to work. Oh, and I have to insert another coin. Hello, hello.
Well, I guess 2-meter audio is not working. It's on a delay. That's interesting. Give me just a minute.
Some delay. Wait, I think it's it gets the added delay because of the transcoding. And so the reactions on the audio channel seem to be delayed. So 87NP again, and for James, I hope you can see this. This is my edition of a Timex computer. It's a 2068, which is one that I got around 1985. In fact, I have two of this. They have a cartridge with ROMs that you can use. And they were basic only, but there were some ways of kind of connecting to extensions. And so before that one, I used the ZX Spectrum, which this is the edition with the nicer keyboard, but I have the original one also with the rubber keyboard. So they're very popular in Europe. And to Dave, I'm a big fan of CPM also. And recently, just a couple of years ago, I got this thing which is called the Z80 MCB2. Oh, I should probably put it here. I need to put a proper box, but basically it's a CPM computer. It comes with Fortran, COBOL, and C compiler, all from the back to the 80s, and you connect it to an external terminal, and then you can celebrate the 80s in CPM. I spent a lot of time programming Pascal and Fortran in college, both on CPN and an IBM CMS system at the time. It was fun. Yeah, so just as we were having a discussion about building parts, Jim, not only it is indeed a very good system, because I mean in a couple of days they can send you back, and I don't think I can do better on the audio on the TV side. I will look into this later. But in terms of building the parts, just kind of giving you a perspective. So one of the brackets that I was just building, it's this one that basically it's kind of like a C-channel bracket, but I only have space to have screws on one side. And the way to build this part that I'm using, and typically what I do is I do a 3D printed part first. Where is my mouse? But what I'm doing is I'm having a dialogue with Claude, and I think the last thing I said is, hey, I want more pressure on the bracket, so cut a millimeter on the height, and I wanted the screws a little more separated. And so it does that, and it generates the part again. And then I go and I pick this this file, this 3D file, and I go and printed it on the 3D printer so that I can do a hardware validation that it does what I wanted. And it does, but it wasn't putting enough pressure on the bracket, so that's why I had to shave a millimeter. So once I have the right part, which again, co-added by AI to design it, then I can convert into instructions that can be milled. I think this one probably I'm gonna mill it myself, but I'm just gonna do an assessment on how much it would cost there. James, great to see that you're using video successfully and audio. It was pretty good now. Richard, the same, good quality, and congrats there on a successful surgery. It is great. And Dave, again, thank you very much for running the net. It's a very good net, and as we come now to the limit, I'm going to say good evening to everyone. Probably Ron has disassembled the station. He might be watching us. So Ron, hope all goes well, and to everyone else. Wade, also thank you for the pictures, and might see you there tomorrow. That's it for tonight for me. So back to DATV Net Control from 87NP in Clydesdale.
NP, thanks with that. And it's time to sign off the net. This is the Western Washington Amateur Television Society broadcasting in digital amateur television in the DVB-T format. So on behalf of the Western Washington Amateur Television Society, this is Dave, terminating the net at 9:01. Good evening all.